Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today I have for you this quick and easy bathroom sign. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you like DIYs, please consider hitting that subscribe button and then tap the notification bell and all to be notified every single time I upload a video. So without further ado, let's get into the DIY. So for this first part, I just took a piece of foam board. It was scrap. And I measured out 20 inches and I just put a mark there, and then that way I could go in and cut it down to size. So here I'm just cutting it. I'm on a mat and I use a pocket knife to score it, and then I go ahead and score it again. And then that way this extra piece that you have, you can save because it is pretty good size. But if you guys are using a full piece, I would definitely save the rest. So here I'm just taking some square dowel. And if you don't have square dowel, I'll leave a link in the description. I bought a pack of 3-footers. And it was like 13 bucks for 10. And I've gotten so many projects out of it. So I just measure the top, mark it, take the other piece, because these are scraps, and mark it again, so that way when I cut, I can cut 2 pieces at a time. And then I just go ahead and do that as well for the sides. Basically, all we're doing is just making a frame so that it doesn't just look like a plain old piece of foam board. Then what you want to do is take your top piece, mark where that's going to end, take your bottom piece, mark where that's going to end, and then that way you have a perfect measurement for your side pieces. Before it all went down, climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. Then you want to take your other dowel for the side pieces, take your measuring tape or ruler, whatever you're using, and mark it. Then you want to take your second piece and mark that as well. That way, again, you can cut the same piece at a time. And these aren't very thick. I have a mini saw. I can link it down below, but if you just use a hand saw, that would work just fine. It's totally up to you. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? So I have my pieces cut, and now I'm using my favorite wood stain, Jacobean. I can also leave that down in the description box. So here is where I came up with a good idea. I had these leftover blinds, and I knew that they would look like shiplap, so I'm just cutting them down to size. I take a ruler and I just mark it down where it needs to be cut, and then I take my scissors and just cut them. If you don't have old blinds, you can cut your foam board down into pieces so that it looks like wood, or you can just leave it blank like this, but I wanted to utilize these as much as I could to get rid of them. After I have my blinds cut exactly the same measurements of my foam board, I'm just going to go ahead and glue them down. And you could also use wooden rulers, stir sticks. It's totally up to you. I just wanted to mention that these blinds are not the only option to get this look, but if you use rulers or stir sticks, you'll just have to paint them or stain them. It's totally up to you. That's the beauty of DIY. You can change it up to suit your decor any which way you like. You can change the lettering, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it really is to get a high-end look for signs. Goodbye, like everything's gone. Everything that we could have been. If you guys have been around for a while, you know I love to dry brush, so I'm just taking some ink in my Waverly chalk paint and just doing very light dry brushing, and then I'm going to go over the darker spots with some sandpaper. So for this next part, basically we're doing the lettering, all I did was go on my computer, typed out get and then naked, and I'll leave the fonts in the description box as well as the font size. And here I'm just getting it where I want it to be, and then I take some tape and tape it together, that way it stays how I want it. And I have graphite paper. I strongly suggest it to trace. It's about $4 and it comes with a lot, and you guys, you can use these sheets over and over and over again. I'm still using the same sheet that I've used since I bought this pack of graphite paper, so it's definitely worth the money to have in your stash. But I just put the graphite paper underneath and trace. But don't worry, if you don't have graphite paper, you can always just scratch on the back and then trace it and it'll come out. So here I'm just showing you how you can see the lettering really nicely with the graphite paper, and I take a Sharpie and go over it. And I did end up going back over the Sharpie with a paint pen just because I thought it looked a bit funny, but you can definitely just use the Sharpie. It's no big deal.
1, 2, 3. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'll let it.
Okay guys, so we're at the end now. All we have to do is glue down our frame and then glue a sawtooth hanger to the back so we can hang it. And it is that quick and that easy and cheap to make high-end looking signs. I am so glad you guys stopped by. I would love it if you would become part of this crafty family by clicking the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and then all to be notified every single time I upload a video. I am so grateful to all my subscribers and everybody that leaves such kind words and comments. I love reading them. I love messaging you guys back. So let me know in the comments down below what kind of sign you'll be making. And I would love it if you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. Sit